Look, sometimes it's tough. Finding your fitness is tough. You know why? Because it's not fun. It can be really stringent, but it doesn't have to be. So we're going to find our fun today. I went all the way to Gainesville. I like to shoot. I like to work out. We're combining the two, tactical fitness. But I'm not sure how to do it. But I have a friend of mine. His name is Jerry Hackney, and he runs On Point Firearms Training. That's right. He trains our boys in blue and some of our other contractors how to get on point. He's going to get me on point with this tactical training. So let's go all the way to Gainesville and see what this tactical training is all about and if I can even hack it with Hackney. Let's fucking go.
When it comes to fitness, it's so fucked up how much we lie to ourselves, right? We're like, not maybe purposefully, maybe not, but now that I'm on this journey and I look back and I'm like, damn, Rex, like, you were lying to yourself, right? Like, you're like, yeah, I'm good, I'm fit, I can lift, I can fucking lift 300-400 pounds. I'm fucking fit, but I would not be able to walk around the block without getting fucking winded.
Yeah, same.
I wasn't fit.
Yeah.
It's only now that I can look back and be honest and aware, self-aware that I'm still not fit.
Right.
Right.
That's the key. I think that's the biggest statement is even though the progress you've made, you're recognizing now that you can still better yourself. Absolutely.
That's exactly how I feel. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm going to continue challenging myself. I'm going to continue growing and setting goals and progressing because I don't want to fall into that same pattern. Like, I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. I don't have to challenge myself. I don't have to grow anymore because, dude, I can shoot a gun. I can hit the target and I can lift 400 pounds. Good to go. Bro, that's not fit. Yeah. It's not until I started this fucking journey where I was like, dude, you're fucking fat, bro. Like, dude, it's okay to be fucking real with yourself. Yeah. And you know what? A lot of that has to do with culture, man. We were going, I don't want to get too much on this fucking rant, but so I don't want to piss people off, but I don't really care. This is about making us all better and making myself better. Like I said, this is my journey. Y'all go through whatever the fuck you want. This is my journey, and I'm telling you, I can't be...
Sit on the couch and you're okay sitting on the couch, sit on the fucking couch. Yeah. I'm not sitting on the couch anymore. I'm done.
I'm trying to fucking say is that I can't be too fucking much different than everybody else, right? I was making excuses. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to eat that. I'm going to go ahead and eat that because I look good. I look fine. The only reason I look good is because they make a bigger shirt. So I bought a bigger shirt.
You know how many 2 and 3Xs are in the bottom of my closet right now? I need to throw them away because I'm never going back to them. But they're expensive, nice flipping shirts.
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
I threw them away. Or I gave them to the Goodwill. Yeah, you know why? Because I'm burning my fucking ships, bro. I'm not going back. I'm not giving myself a reason.
Throwing them in the car. They're going to the Goodwill.
Fuck yeah, dude. Let them help some other fucking big ass motherfucker out. Because I know. Remember the excuse we were telling ourselves not to run? That's just an excuse to have a plan B, as they call it. I'll have a plan B in case something happens. Maybe I get injured and I gain weight again. Bro, I'm just making another fucking excuse for myself again. Nope. No way, no fucking how. I am not going back. I never will. Yeah. Jerry, so we are finding our fitness here at On Point. Oh man, that is where it's at right there. And today we are getting into what's called tactical fitness, right?
Absolutely.
What is it, Jerry? What is tactical fitness? For right now, from what I can see, it's somewhat of a alternative down the alleyway type of workout. There's not a lot of people that know about it. It's not super mainstream like CrossFit is, like jiu-jitsu is. It's still kind of in its infancy. I mean, I would think, because it's not that well known. People that I talk to about it, like, I'll say, hey, you know what CrossFit is? They're like, yeah. I'm like, do you know what tactical fitness is? They're like, or tactical games? They're like, no. So that's how I know it's kind of on the way up. Right. It's still kind of, I think it's popular amongst like guys like us who like to train, we like to work out, we like to shoot. So what is tactical games, tactical fitness, and all that? Could you go over that with me?
Like, CrossFit blew up, 15, 20 years ago, and it's been going ever since. And if I remember correctly, because I've done some research, hopefully I'm not wrong, some of the tactical teams, places like NASA, a couple of really big agencies in Texas, do really good in the tactical games. They decided to start doing CrossFit while they were on the job because they're full time as a SWAT team or a special response team. So they realized the importance of doing exercise and CrossFit on a regular basis. And I don't know where it came from or who it clicked with. One day they decided, hey, we're doing all this training. We wait a day or we wait 4 or 6 hours and then we go shoot. Wouldn't it benefit if we combine the two? And that's where it came from. You know, you've got these tactical teams, and I know one of the top competitors in the tactical games the past few years is actually a commander of a SWAT team up north somewhere, where that's all he does is train on a daily basis. You know, the cool thing is he gets paid to train regularly, and then he comes out and competes, and it shows the benefit. You know, he wins these games. So that's the type of first responders you're looking for. You know, it combines overall conditioning, strength training, calisthenics, balance, because if people aren't familiar with CrossFit incorporates gymnastics. It incorporates running, sprinting, strength training, stretching, conditioning. It incorporates all of that. So what you do is you train, you run through a couple of sessions, a couple of exercises, and then while your heart rate is through the roof, you try to concentrate on those fundamentals and see if you're still accurate. And that's where it's at. So what I notice a lot when we're training and when we're teaching classes is you're focused so much on that hard breathing and you're focused so much on carrying the heavy weights, people will forget about those fundamentals. You know, the fundamentals, you know, the sight alignment, sight picture, grip, trigger control, that goes out the window when your heart rate's at 160. So that's what we focus on, or that's what I focus on personally when I'm running through a training session. I try to get my heart rate to max level, 150, 160 plus, and then I try to slow down and still concentrate on those fundamentals. So for me personally, and I can't speak for anyone else, that's what it's about, is it's being able to still engage a target, still be successful or eliminate a threat while you're worked up or the heart rate's up.
Does it pass the VIP test?
Absolutely.
Importance and purpose?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If anything, it gives you more purpose. Yeah, because you're the guy that people look up to, or you're the guy that's running towards the gunshots instead of running looking for a place to hide. You know, Texas, big supporter of guns. Florida, big supporter of guns. You know, we live in two of the most prominent Second Amendment states there are. So the odds of something happening nowadays is pretty high. So the chance of us being at a mall or at a theme park or somewhere where something bad's happening and we have a firearm on us is pretty high. And I'll only barely know you. We've just recently met, but I feel a connection. I'm going to say that we're similar enough that if things pop off, we're probably going to run towards the threat.
I would really like to believe, I would love to believe that within
Absolutely.
myself. I would tell you that I would. When it comes, I don't know. I've never been in that situation, but I want to believe that I'm going to do the right thing. If I've got the tools on me and the training on me, why the fuck not? Let's get it. Let's get it done.
Yeah.
Right?
If I've got family with me, we may retreat enough to get the family to safety, but I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to hide out in the parking lot with the family. If first responders aren't there yet, someone's not there to eliminate the threat, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Exercises, this training is going to be at a point where if you were just kind of, I guess, like a ranger princess, right, where you're just at the range, right, you having practice getting your heart rate up or exhausting your body to a point where you would be in those situations to be ready to respond in a real world scenario, right? So this is kind of,
and you know what, we'll do some of that too. So before we get started or do anything, we'll walk down, we'll get 10, 15, 20 yards, we'll engage a few targets at rest, regular average heart rate, see how accurate we are, and then at the end see the difference. And I don't care who you are, there's a big difference. It really is. And that's when it matters most, because that's, as soon as you hear that, if you're in a mall and hear a gunshot, it's going to be like you just did 1,000 push-ups. Like, exactly, your heart's going to be through the roof. Oh, so where you notice that, trying to keep a firm grip on the firearm, it starts cramping right here. The last few shots, every time you pull the trigger, just doing that hurts. You notice that a lot.
Great.
After carrying that heavy bag, legs are already a little fatigued. Forearms should start to burn pretty quick if they haven't already.
And then throw them down and go?
Yep. Oh yeah. Definitely notice a difference too.
Yeah, I can't notice a difference.
Yeah. Like the longer you hold, the more fatigue too. Like all here and here. It's just
wonky.
yeah, it's pretty difficult. Well, there we go. If you count it right on the pause, you can get it every time. If you try and hit it moving, I can't follow it and get it moving. Yeah, once you empty, reload and stay in the fight.
Shit. You fucker.
Hit.
It's just not coming off, huh?
Hit.
There we go.
I wish I could give you.
Yeah, stumbled a little there in the middle. Oh, but that's why we train, to get better. I'll run through it one more time, see how good we do now. I got my bearings. I think I missed that one. Let me come back and get it. Yeah, much better on that one. Back to the middle and engage.
No, by all means, please. Don't,
But safely.
I am CPR certified, but I don't want to have to do it if I don't
There's
want
an
to.
AED in my truck.
Good.
All right,
Thanks
we're
for
going.
I just thought of that now. I was like, shit, how am I going to get a fucking bullet in the chamber if I got this guy on my fucking shoulder?
And that's it. This is a good eye opener of why, if you conceal carry, of why you have one in the chamber. Every gun I have has one in the chamber, no matter what.
You're gonna fucking John Wick that shit?
And we'll run through that here in a minute. That'll be the last drill. I'll make sure I only have 3 or 4 rounds, and I'll unload, holster, grab a mag, rack, and try to get another one out. So we practice those
Good.
still because you never know.
You put yourself in any kind of scenario because any real life isn't fucking structured, right?
Absolutely. And one thing too with firearms, so when we're in a controlled range, two-handed grip, we give the gun the platform it needs to function.
Yeah.
When you get fatigued, you start kind of like giving it a weak grip, or one-handed, you may give too much. The gun won't cycle as much and you'll end up with a better chance of a jam. So the more you do this, the more
Warm it up.
fatigued you get, the better chance. Canik not so much, Glock not so much, but some of the other name brands will definitely start having malfunctions the more fatigued or the weaker your grip, or the more you run through these.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Absolutely. Pun intended. All right, it's on you, brother. It's life or death.
I'm just doing push-ups on this motherfucker.
Yep.
Probably because I didn't like them. I don't know how many I'm doing. I'm just gonna go till.
That's it. Go until you feel it.
Okay. Oh.
There we go.
Wow.
You damn sure notice a difference too. That little bit of fatigue really gets you. So it's important to practice while you're fatigued. It
Those
is,
first three
even if
shots
it's
didn't
just
even
dry
hit.
fire. So a lot of times, because ammo's expensive, there's times I can go through 1,000 rounds a week if I get a handful of people out to shoot, or if the weather's great and the wife wants to come out and shoot with me. Dude, 1,000 rounds costs $250 anymore.
Yeah.
I can't spend that every week. So what I may do is I'll throw that training cartridge in, that laser,
Yeah.
and I'll grab that and I'll sprint from here to the classroom and I'll dry fire and then I'll sprint back out. So I'm still getting the fundamentals and going through the motions and practicing, but I'm not wasting all that money. So get it in however you can. It doesn't matter.
Also, I just realized as I stop to shoot, you lose like the fundamentals of breathing.
Absolutely.
I think I held my breath
Yes.
because then afterwards I was like,
Yeah.
instead of hitting the point where, okay, I got to get on target, control
Breathing
that
through
breathing.
the shot. Right.
I think I was anticipating,
Yeah.
hold my breath, but that's not good.
Right.
You gotta
right.
hold your breath in real
Yeah.
life.
But you got to think it's difficult though, because that's where it comes into play. So not only will you be sucking air, but if that was truly the bad guy, you're not just going to be standing here either. So if that was truly the bad guy, we're probably going to be sucking air and shooting on the move, because the last thing I want, if they just got through shooting this person here, the last thing I want is for them to be able to shoot me. So we're going to try to not be a target.
So you're going to be on the move too.
Try, yeah. If you have to hit the ground, and I hate to say this, if you have to get behind them, like whatever it takes, because you're all they have, and you're all the rest of the mall has.
You can still patch them up, but if you're
Right.
down, you're all fucked.
And we teach active threat for schools, for small law enforcement agencies. And the rule is, first responders, they step over injured if they're still an active threat. So I want to make it clear that, let's say there's a church shooting, there's a school shooting, or there's a threat in the mall. When the SWAT team comes in, they're not going to stop and triage little Johnny, because the threat's still over there killing more people. They're going to step over little Johnny and go eliminate the threat,
Okay.
and then come render aid. So that's one thing we try to get through to people. If you're in a bad scenario in a mall, in a school, in your church, please don't jump up and reach for the cops or try to grab them or run towards them when they're coming in to eliminate the threat. You stay still and keep your hands visible, because they have no clue
If you're the
who
bad
the bad
guy.
guy is.
Right.
Everybody's the bad guy nowadays. We had a shooting in Florida 4 or 5 years ago where a security guard went into a nightclub and just leveled people. You get, what was it? One of the military ranges or bases had a veteran come in and shoot up the place years ago. So you never know who it is nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, there's not that clear distinction of good and bad guys anymore. So
He's not wearing the fucking black ski mask.
Right,
Like the olden days.
exactly, yeah.
He's just like you and I.
Yep. Just someone with
great.
mental illness that snapped.
Because this gets you ready for those of us that we like to work out. We also like to shoot. This is perfectly combining into a real world scenario. So you can literally function. You could be ready by going to the range and knowing your fundamentals and getting on target, and then you can also work out.
Yeah.
But it's not until you combine the two that you can really see the effects of your body and the effects of your training.
Yeah.
Or the lack of training, when it really comes down to putting both of those together, getting your heart rate super fucking raised up while also still trying to minimize fatalities and maximize effectiveness. Yeah, this is fucking badass, dude. Like, I never knew that I was so, like, I wouldn't say out of shape, but not ready.
Yeah.
Because we all think that. And I've even seen like these types of workouts and games. I'm like, I could do that.
Yeah.
Right. And I probably could, but I can't get on fucking target.
Right. Yeah,
That's
we're
a
not going to
difference.
keyhole anything holding that after sprinting with a 100-pound weight.
Yeah.
We're going to barely hit a silhouette, which is what's required.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once you do it and train with it,
over and
make it a part of your fitness regimen. This is what I'm trying to do here.
Yeah.
Finding my fitness, but also, like I said, I found some ways that I can get fit, but now I found a way that I can get fit and also combine something that I love to do.
Yeah.
Right? All I need to do now is find a place that I can do this together. And this is a really good place. Can people come here? And
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll host tactical fitness all day long.
Nice.
For sure. I'd love to put some groups together.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I like to run everything through a short test of mine. It's really just an acronym. It's VIP, the value, the importance, and what's the purpose.
Okay.
Does it pass, and how does it pass that test?
I like it. That makes perfect sense.
This is what I was talking to those youngsters about as well. I said, look, we've only got so much time. You don't know this. You only got so much time on this earth.
Yeah.
You don't want to waste it. You want to maximize your time and your effectiveness. How are you going to do that? If it passes this fucking test, right? What's the value?
Right.
What am I getting out of this? I said, you can even ask me right now. I'll tell you what the value is in it. I'll tell you why it's important. And I'll tell you what the purpose is.
Yeah.
What my purpose is and what your purpose should be. But yeah, I'm curious to hear what's the VIP for this type of training.
Right.
So we'll start with value. Value added. I know, right? Because I know I'm an avid supporter of this type of training.
For me, it's being self-reliant. Like, I don't ever have to worry, at least here for my family at this location. We'll start with the immediate, with what I feel in my heart is the most important. I never have to worry about, will someone get here to save me in time? It's not that I'm not going to need help or may need someone's help or may need rescue or something one day, but I want to be able to take care of myself and my family. You know, that's the number one thing. I want to be competent and confident enough that if something popped off, I can handle it.
I was telling you about, like this fitness journey. The first time in my life, I've taken this extremely serious with the mindset of finding my fitness and really honing in on my discipline, on what I'm putting in my mouth.
That makes the hair stand up on the back of my neck. You know, Rex, I have been 30 plus years. You know, I lifted in high school, went to state champions for powerlifting, tried some amateur bodybuilding in my early 20s, did it all the wrong way, didn't know what I was doing. And my whole life I've relied on motivation, external factors. It wasn't until probably the last year or so that I have truly discovered what discipline is.
What is it?
I had no clue. It's doing the shit anyway.
Just doing it.
It's there's a voice now that just comes on. Like, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of times I get up at 6 o'clock, I'm drinking my coffee. Hell, sometimes it's 4:30. I'm drinking my coffee and then it's nice and comfy. I'm walking through my day in my head and I'm like, you know what? I make my own schedule. I'll get out of the office at 2 o'clock today. I'll run then. And I will get pissed off at myself. and I'll get up right that second, pour my coffee in the drain, and go run. Because I know if I put it off, I will never do it. And I don't know if you're the same.
Yeah, I am the same.
But I'm an all or nothing. If I don't do it 1 or 2 days, I'm off the wagon, and before you know it, I'm 250 pounds again.
You and I are fucking from the same fucking cloth.
Yeah, I can't put it off. If I put it off, it turns into a downward spiral.
If I take one, maybe not one day, but one day can easily lead to 2.
Yeah.
And if I take 2-3 days, we'll turn into a week, and then before you know it, I'm a fat fuck again.
Yeah.
Like but this is all about what I'm telling you about my journey. Is it's about finding my fucking fitness, and I know that about me. I know that about me. Like I've been told, right? Oh, just take it off. Just take off the week.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I take off a week,
rest. Yeah. No.
I'm not overtraining myself, right? I just know the difference between I'm sore and I'm fucking dead tired, and I don't fucking feel like it.
Yeah.
I know what I feel like, right? You know it too.
Yeah.
So when I'm having that day,
It's the inner
I just go.
trying to come out.
I'm like, Rex, just go. Just fucking go
Yeah.
and walk. If you don't got to run with the ruck, you don't got to do that, just walk. Once I get out there, my fucking mindset
within 3 to
changes,
5 minutes.
and I'm booking it.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that brain starts producing those hormones.
ah, yes.
That's where it's at.
Turns into a workout, and
It really is.
and afterwards, I feel fucking great.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you
And
see?
sometimes those workouts are better than the ones that you left the house stoked for. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's when it really feels good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude,
You're there.
we've got a lot of badass gear here, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so the value. What about the importance? Does it pass the importance test?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you better yourself, you get discipline out of it, you get to set an example for your family and for others, become financially stable. For me, you know, that's my goal, is I want this to produce enough income that I can quit my other job and just do this. And you know, because you're doing what you love to do as well. So if you get up in the morning and your job consists of what you love to do, you're just going to do it forever.
Yes.
Like that's the key. I love to shoot. I love to do this type. I love to teach. Like I love to instruct. So that's my favorite part. And to get to instruct firearms and safety and interact with people that way, that's what I get out of it. You know, that's my incentive. That, you know, and I
It fulfills what I believe is probably your purpose.
Yeah.
Is to teach